Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this very glowy summery makeup look for you. It's super quick and easy and lashes are optional. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to start out by using my primer. So I'm going to go in with the Master Prime by Maybelline, and this is the Blur and Smooth one. So even when I'm doing a glowy kind of dewy look, I still like to have a matte primer as a base so that my face isn't actually greasy, you know, it just has that effect. Especially because my skin is so oily, especially in the summer, that I don't like to risk it. So I'll just give the illusion that I'm a little greasy without it actually being greasy. That way it looks like classy greasy, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm just tapping this into my pores here. Now I'm going in with my LA Pro Conceal. I always say LA. I don't know, does anyone else say that? I know it's LA, but it seems weird for me saying that. I don't know, I feel like I have to I don't know, when I'm saying LA, I say it so defined that it just sounds weird. I don't know. But LA Girl in the lavender shade. I wonder if that's a Philly thing. Just oh my god, did you see that? Just do you guys say, how do you say bagel? I say bagel like you're begging for something. I don't know why. My family says it that way. But other people who hear that, they're like, what did you just say? I guess it's bagel. Water is another one. Although I feel like I say it the way that it's spelled. Like water. I guess it's, never mind. I say it almost with a D. Saying it the way it's spelled would be like water. I don't know. I don't understand why people say water though. I don't know how that became a thing. Now I'm going with my Superstay 24-Hour Foundation, and this one is by Maybelline. This is in the shade 120. I just love this foundation. I feel like I keep coming back to it. I used to love this one a long time ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is a revamp of a foundation that they used to have years ago. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's the same one. But I've used a ton of foundation since then, and I just keep coming back to this one. Just the coverage is crazy. It's an airbrushed feel. And it's pretty full coverage. It's definitely buildable, but I mean, look at it right now, it's crazy. I just feel like everyone would love this foundation. Because if you don't like a really heavy coverage, you can always just sheer it out with a brush or a damp beauty blender. I put it on with my hands to keep the coverage. And it just gives it a little bit more of an airbrush feel in my opinion. And if you like more of a full coverage, you can always just add another layer on or build it up in areas that you need it. I just think it's perfect. Alright guys, now I'm going to set my face with La Gear Minerals. I saw this one on Amazon and I'm just always looking for a really nice setting powder, so I figured I'd give this one a shot. I switch between the Ben Nye one, that's just their luxury powder. I've tried it in Rose Petal, which I love. They also have a translucent one, which is really good. But I've been switching between that one and what is the RCMA powder, which I love that one too. But I figured I'd get this one a shot. This one was pretty cheap, so hold it up for you guys. Whoa. Can you guys see that white cast going everywhere? Jesus Christ. I really like it so far. It seemed like it gave my skin like a, I don't know, like a brightening boost or something. Brightening boost. I don't even know if you guys can see that. It's like going everywhere though. It's just like now it's like in my eye. It's like a cloud of like smoke. Oh my God. Have you guys heard about that? Is it clown lung or something from setting powders? Using too much setting powder, you can get clown lung, which is, I guess, like cancer of the lungs from just like breathing in the powder. Because clowns used to set their cream makeup with the really heavy powders. I don't know if they do that anymore. Are there still clowns anymore? Like, do people hire clowns for things? All right, and I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like a little like kind of bald spot here. So I am going to grab some dark brown eyeshadow and just fill this in a little bit. Kind of makes me look like I have like a receding hairline on just the one side. For my paper props, sometimes I don't use a bald cap and I glue these things to my head because I just like don't have the patience sometimes, and I'm like, ah, whatever. And it like totally ripped out. Like, I don't have like a whole lot of hair right there, but I feel like it was like 5 like main hairs, you know? But it's okay, because we can just fill it in until it grows back. Alright guys, and for my contour, I'm back to using my Ben Nye Media Pro powder in the shade Neutral. So I would hold it up, but it's all broken, so I'll just put a picture right here of what it looks like. And I'll also link it below for you guys in case you're interested. It's like the perfect contour shade because it has like a slight grayish hint to it, which is what you want. You want it to look almost like a shadow. So I just go in with a stippling brush. This is just by e.l.f. to go into the hollows here. Alright guys, now I am contouring my forehead. So I don't have like a huge forehead. I actually don't know if this is, I think it's like a normal size forehead, right? It's not like a, yeah, what is it? Yeah, it's 4 fingers. Yeah, forehead, okay. But I always just like to take the contour up there anyway, just to give it more of a cohesive feel. Now I'm going into my chin here. Just sculpt that out a little bit. And I always continue this onto my lids just to warm it up. Now I'm gonna go in with my Real Technique sculpting brush. That's what this guy looks like. And I'm just gonna chisel out the cheekbones a little more. So I'm just gently tapping into that hollow there. I feel like by lightly tapping, it just gives it that slight wash of color. It just makes it look a little more natural. And then for the chin, you can glide along there with just like the tip part of the brush. Now I'm going back into that contour powder with a small angled brush just to chisel out my nose here. So I start this out at the top of my eyebrow there. And then I make a line down at the bottom of my nose, and then I work my way up to connect them. Alright guys, now I'm going in with my Step 3 brush by the Vintage Cosmetic Company. So I've said this before, but this came with like a smoky eye set, and I think it's great for nose contour. So I'm just sharpening that line a little bit. Now I'm going back in with that small angled brush, and I'm just tapping over that line to blend it in. So I just use really light tapping motions to blend this in. Because you don't want to you don't want to smear it in, or else it's just gonna give you that like dirty look, which I am definitely guilty of doing that in the past. Then I always take it into the inner corner of my eye as I'm blending it out. I feel like it just gives it, I feel like I keep saying cohesive like a million times, but it really just, I feel like completes the nose. And it's not just, it doesn't give it like an abrupt stop, you know, of color change. So if you drag it into your eye socket, it just looks a little more natural. All right, and I'm also gonna go right under my nose here. This just gives the illusion of more of a button nose. And I always just set my nose with just like a neutral face powder, just to lighten up the darkness of that contour. Make it look a little more natural. So the one that I'm using for this is by Maybelline. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. This is in shade 120. And then while I have this powder out, I'm just gonna go over my other contour areas, just to tone it all down and make it look a little more natural. Now I'm gonna fill in my brows using the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow. So this one I picked up a few weeks ago and I've actually really been liking it, but it is sometimes like, it's easy to overdraw your brows. Like I feel like if you're just going for a natural look, this definitely isn't the pencil for you. So I feel like I wind up with like a huge brow by the end sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes I'm like, ooh, like I wind up like coloring in a little more and you know, I don't know. But this is what it looks like. I don't know. I'll do them real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm just brushing my hairs out with the spoolie end of this guy. Now I'm gonna, oh shit. Now I'm going to draw my shape out. So I like that this glides on really well. It's just, it glides on really smooth and allows me to do like that messy look that I like, but it is really easy to overdo it. Of course, when I'm like trying to explain to you guys how this isn't always the best product, that like eyebrow went on like beautifully, so hopefully we'll get a mess up on this other eyebrow. But I mean, like it looks really nice, and this is in the shade, what is this? This is in the shade medium brown. And it has a really nice natural color. Like this does match with my hair up here very well. I know some browns have kind of like a warmer effect, or you can get almost like a reddish color in there, but this one is very true to color. Okay, so that one went on really beautifully as well, so fuck me, right? But trust me, it can get out of control, guys, so you're just gonna have to take my opinion. I feel like this is always what happens. Whenever you're trying to show someone an issue, it's like it doesn't do it when you're showing them. So yeah, use with caution, guys. Now I'm just grabbing a Q-tip and I'm just cleaning this up a little bit. So when I'm cleaning up my brows, I do this very lightly with the Q-tip. Alright guys, so for my eyeshadow and highlight, I'm going to go in with the Revolution palette. So this is their Golden Sugar to Rose Gold palette. And I'll show you guys what this looks like. It's really beautiful. So they have like a few highlight shades in here. And also the shades that are made for, I guess, highlighting, you can also use for eyeshadows. So there's like a really pretty goldeny bronze color and then more of a light like champagne color. And the others, there's like 4 like pinky highlighting blushy colors. I'll just show you guys. Let's see. I'm not even sure if it really reads on camera, but I'm gonna go in with that with that darker goldeny bronze color for my eyelid here. All of these shades are perfect for that really glowy summery look. So I'm just rubbing it into my crease to give it more of a wash of color. And then for my eyelid, I just stamp it on to give it more pigment there. I love these shadows because they're just so soft, and it's not super crazy pigmented, it's more of a wash of color, but you can give it more pigment by stamping it on here. And I feel like this is just the perfect palette to take on vacation because you can use it as eyeshadow and highlighter at the same time. It just gives you that nice, like, effortless glow without looking really overdone. So I'm grabbing some on my pinky and I'm wiping that underneath my eyes here. Wiping it. Swiping it? I don't know. Dragging it. Okay, I'm stopping. I just really envision summer with like this eye look with like a bright red lip and maybe like a gold hoop, which it's funny that hoops made a comeback because that was like the big thing when I was in like 6th grade. I remember everyone had hoops. And some people went crazy with the big ones where you could literally like stick your hand through. It was like, whoa, too much, but to each their own, I guess, you know. Now I'm gonna go in with that lighter highlight shade. I'm just gonna glide this along the tops of my cheeks. Holy shit. See how much pigment that has? A little above my cupid's bow here. And a little bit on your chin. Then I'm just gonna go in with a small angled brush and I'm gonna hit right under the brow here, just to make that pop. And this just really gives you that arched, bitchy brow look. I'm also gonna put a little bit of that on the tip of my nose here and just finish off my nose contour. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. So I picked this up from Forever 21 because I thought it was cool. They have like a star stamp on one side, which is pretty neat. And then it's like a marker eyeliner on the one side. So this is what it looks like. I took the cap off of both sides so you guys can see it. And then this side is the stamp. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera. But the stamp works well. Wonder if it would ruin the look if I did like one stamp underneath both eyes. I don't know. Whoa, that actually like didn't come off at all. I just went to like try to wipe it and it's like still there. That's actually a cute look. That would be like a cool tattoo. So you guys know my love-hate relationship with these marker eyeliners. I love them because you can get such a precision line with them. And it's just so easy, but they just run out of ink so quickly. Now I'm gonna go in with my Get Big Lashes from Essence. This actually does a really good job at curling your lashes. You can get this at Ulta. The whole Essence brand actually has really good products. I have like a ton of their mascaras. They work really well. And they have a lot of really fun lip glosses. I feel like everything that I've tried, I haven't been let down, and they're actually pretty cheap. Now I'm gonna go in and seal my eyebrows. So the bottle of this is actually Model in a Bottle, which is a really good eyebrow sealer. But when it runs out, I actually just fill it with Stronghold hairspray. It actually saves you a lot of money too. And it works just as well. When I'm just going in with like a matte lip, I usually just leave the foundation on there because it's not a big deal. But if you're doing something like a lip gloss or like a chapstick or anything like that, always wipe your lips. Because if you don't, it blends with the foundation and just gives it like a really like beige tinge to like everything. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to go in with the color Bay by CoverGirl. This is from the Queen collection. So this is a really fun corally orangey color. And this is going to dry down matte, so it's going to make me feel a lot more secure. This is a really beautiful shade, and I don't normally wear like orangey reds. I don't really wear reds in general, but this is a really beautiful shade. I feel like with liquid lipsticks, I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but I wind up overdrawing like crazy with them. I think it's because it shows like every imperfection on your lips and makes you realize like, okay, well this side's a little thinner, so like I need to build that up, and then it's like, oh, well this side doesn't curve as much, so like let me fix that. And then by the time I'm done, like my lips are like up to here. Yeah, I forgot to add blush. Let me just add blush real quick. So I'm gonna go in with my Sigma Cordy Rosa. So you guys can see it. I'll hold it back a little further this time so you can see the shade more accurate. Alright guys, so I think I am gonna put on lashes because I have a problem. But you can always stop here. I mean, the look really doesn't need it, but I don't know, I just like the feel of lashes. It just like adds that extra feminine flair. Like I don't think I've ever said that in my life. But if you guys are like me, then that's better. So the lashes that I'm using are by Amoras. These are literally my favorite lashes. These are the WSP lashes. So they come in bulk and you can buy them on Amazon. So I'll link these below for you guys if you guys like them. So I clump them together a little more than you need to. They come like really fanned out, but I'm just a clumpy lash kind of person. I've always been that way, so if this is too much for you guys, you can always do a more subtle lash. But yeah, so this is just my style personally. But yeah, I love these, oh my god. I literally use them for like every single makeup look. So I hope that you guys aren't sick of them yet. But I actually really love this lip. I haven't used this color yet by the Queen collection, but the Queen collection in general is just amazing. I use their color Insider like all the time. It's like a grayish berry color, and it's just perfect, especially when you have a tan. So yeah, and they're really cheap. You can get them at like CVS. But anyway, I hope that you guys like this look. If you did, you can give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. You can also hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. This color makes my teeth look so white.